YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Erica. It is so good to have you, and if you are not new, as always, welcome back to the channel. Today is a very exciting day because tomorrow, which you guys will see, I am running my longest run ever, which is longer than a half marathon. We are running 24 kilometers. I've never ran that far, obviously, and I'm feeling excited. I wanted to take you guys through what I'm eating the night before, what I'm gonna do on race morning, what I'm gonna do on the morning of the run, and just kind of show you guys how the run goes. Like I said, I've never ran this far. It's very hot where I am. I'm in Vegas. My mom is in town visiting, so she's gonna run part of the run with me. So you guys will see I'm gonna be like looping back a little bit back home to grab my mom or just like refill water bottles and stuff because it's gonna be hot and I wanna make sure I'm staying hydrated and fueled. But nonetheless, I'm gonna bring you guys along and show you everything. Today is Saturday and I've been fueling pretty well today. I did have sushi for lunch, so I had a good amount of carbs and salt from the soy sauce, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm having for dinner and dessert tonight to kind of carb up a little bit more, and then we'll reconvene in the morning. I also wanted to say I got sent some running clothes from Aritzia, which is so unreal because I love Aritzia, and I'm going to wear this on my run tomorrow. These are their 4-inch new running shorts. I'm obsessed with them, and then just a little TNA butter bra. I love this shade. It's like a pinky purple. So anyways, that's gonna be the fit for tomorrow, which you guys will see. But right now I'm gonna make some dinner. We're gonna carb up. I'm gonna have rice and chicken and veggies, and then I'll probably have oats or something for dessert. Gonna go to bed really early. I'm gonna try and be in bed by like 7:38 because I'm gonna wake up at 4:30, 4:45. I wanna be out the door by 6 a.m. tomorrow. So that is the plan. Let's go make some dinner. And that is going to be dinner: chicken, rice, and veggies, lots of carbs, and gonna sit really well in my stomach. Okay, I'm just packing my gels for tomorrow. I'm gonna bring 5 gels. I probably won't need all of them because I am gonna have breakfast in the morning, but I've got 3 birthday cake goos and 2 of the fruit smoothie honey stingers. I just know that these sit well in my stomach, and I'm also gonna bring one just in case my mom needs one. So these are gonna go in my running vest, just in the pouch, and then my running vest has 2 like water bottle pouches, so I'm gonna throw water bottles in both sides and put probably water in one and Gatorade in the other so that I have electrolytes with me. Oh look, I still have a birthday cake goo in here, so just kidding. I'll take 3, 2, and then I'll leave that one. So this is what's going in my pouch. I also always bring some sort of like tissue or toilet paper with me on a run, even though I run on routes that have bathrooms, but like sometimes you want to blow your nose or whatever, so I always take precaution in that way. So I'm gonna throw some of these in there and then throw the other ones on that side. So fully stocked in the vest. We'll bring my water tomorrow. I think that's pretty much all I'll bring in my pouch. Oh, actually, hold on. I'm also going to throw a chapstick in here just because sometimes my lips get chapped, and I like to have that. I'll also be wearing my Garmin to track my run, and I'll show you guys my outfit in the morning. Like I said, it's going to be my Aritzia outfit. So that is the vest packed up. I'll throw my waters in there tomorrow, throw my headphones on, and we should be good to go. Okay, I just cooked some oats. I'm going to put in a little bit of this protein for oats, fat, some salt, some cinnamon, stevia, and then I'm just gonna top it with some cookie butter. Oh god, with some cookie butter, like that. And that will be my carb nightcap before my run tomorrow. I'm gonna eat this, digest, and then go to sleep in like 30 minutes. Just left at 6 a.m. bright and early. I'm gonna do a 4K loop, and then I'm gonna pick up my mom. We're gonna do 8, and then I'm gonna do 12 after. just hit 4 and I'm gonna go snake around and grab my mom so we can do an 8K loop together. She brought me more water, or Gatorade. We just hit 9, over halfway done for mom. Gonna take my first gel. Just hit 12 and we are officially halfway through. Feeling good. All right, we're 13 and a half. Just dropped off my mom. Got to do another 10.5. Just hit 15. Definitely legs are slowing down a bit, but still feel good. Taking my second gel, and we just hit a half marathon. Just under 3K to go. I am dead, but we'll finish strong. Just hit 23, 1 to go. And with that, we are done. 24K, longest run ever, and longer than a half marathon. Holy. Good morning. It is now the next day. I'm gonna do a full recap of yesterday when I get back from the gym, but I just wanted to say it is now Monday. Yesterday was Sunday when I did my longest run ever, and this morning I have a full body session in the gym. My body actually feels really good. I felt pretty sore for like an hour after my run, but now I feel fine, like just maybe mild soreness in my quads, but not as bad as when I ran my last half marathon, so that is good. I feel like my body is slowly adapting. Outfit of the day, I'm wearing shorts from Navigation, a Gymshark sports bra, and a little pump cover from Anaka, and I have a full body session today. So I'm gonna take some clips while we're there, and then we will reconvene afterwards, and I will walk you guys through how I felt on my run, any takeaways, any tips, things like that. So let's go to the gym and we will reconvene after. So I actually started a new split from my coaches this week, so I wanted to show you guys what day 1 looks like. I started with doing warm-up sets of these Smith machine squats, and then I had 3 working sets of anywhere from 5 to 10 reps. I believe I did 10 reps for all 3 sets, so definitely need to add weight next week, but just wanted to get a feel for those. The depth felt really good. And then we moved into a lying hamstring curl. I had 3 sets of 10 to 15 of these. I believe I did closer to the end range as well, so again, need to bump up the weight on those. Then I moved into an incline dumbbell press, making sure to get full range of motion, so bringing the dumbbells all the way down to touch my shoulders each rep. And again, we did 3 sets of 10 to 12 on these. And then I moved into a wide grip lat pull down. I love this mag grip attachment. If your gym has it, definitely try it out. 3 sets of 10 to 12 on these as well. And then I moved into some dumbbell RDLs. Again, same rep range, 3 sets, 10 to 12. These felt really good. I haven't done them in a while, but I always love a good dumbbell RDL. And then lastly, I moved into a cable straight bar tricep push down. So these are a staple for any sort of tricep movement. I also love a dip. If you have a dip machine, those are great, but I did 3 sets of 10 to 12 on these, and that was the end of the workout. Okay, we are back from the gym, and I figured I would do a little chit chat, get ready with me about the run yesterday while I get myself situated for the day. So first things first, like I said this morning, I actually feel a lot better than I thought I was going to, just because the day after my half, my quads were pretty sore, and I think a large reason why that is because the race was downhill, so you're putting a lot of pressure on your quads while you're running downhill, and the run that I did yesterday was pretty flat with like a slight downhill and then a slight uphill at the end. So overall, my body feels good. I definitely felt a little rough at the end of the run. Just that's normally how I feel after a really long run, is just like I want to lie down for a little bit and my body just feels kind of like tight. But after about an hour and a half of just kind of chilling, I felt a lot better. And I just laid outside by the pool yesterday and just like had a good chill day. We ended up having Subway for lunch because I was craving it. If you know me, you know that I love Subway. So I had a really nice turkey sandwich, and then I had a snack in the afternoon, and then we actually went out for dinner last night to the Eiffel Tower restaurant here in Vegas, and honestly it was not good. Like, the food was not good. The view was beautiful, but the food was very subpar. But I did eat a decent amount of food while we were there, and then I came home and I made a creamy to end the night. So that was kind of my full day of eating from yesterday, even though I didn't really document it. But sometimes after a long run, my body just like suppresses like my appetite is just blunted, and it's usually like right after, but as soon as I get home from my longer runs, I know that it's important for me to refuel. So I did make myself a smoothie, and I had that after my run just to like replenish any of that glycogen that I did lose during my run. So I did that, felt decent. Stomach definitely didn't feel like amazing, but that's pretty typical for me post long run. So I just wanted to say that because I know some people do also struggle with just like a little bit of a loss of appetite after a long run like that. So that is kind of what I did for food yesterday. But to recap the run itself, honestly, it went really well. I'm really happy with the overall performance. I will say I didn't run super fast by any means, and fast is so individual, but for me, like I did not run fast. I definitely ran the whole thing in a zone 2. My heart rate was pretty low, and I just felt good, like comparatively speaking to my half marathon that I ran like 2 weeks ago. It was definitely a slower pace, but nonetheless, I felt really good. It was just really hot towards the end, and I started to feel pretty thirsty, and I had pretty much ran out of my Gatorade by the last couple kilometers. So I texted my mom and I said, can you meet me at the end so that I can get some I asked her if she could bring me Gatorade at the end, and she was like, absolutely. So she met me right when I was done. I downed a bunch of Gatorade, and then I felt better. But I think one thing that really helped mentally was splitting up the run into different segments. And part of that was just because my mom wanted to run part of the run with me. So I did 4 kilometers by myself, just like a warm up. And then I circled back and met her, and we did almost 9K together. And then I did the last 12 by myself. So just kind of like splitting it up, circling back, regrouping was nice. I didn't like stop. I maybe stopped for 30 seconds when I met her, kind of thing, just to say hi and grab my Gatorade and put it in my pack. But it's not like I was stopping for a long time. I just circled back, came close to home, kind of broke it up into segments. So I was like, okay, I just got to get through, X kilometer, and then we're, on to the next kind of thing. And I think that's a really good strategy as well for racing, is like, let's focus on doing this pace for the first 5 kilometers, for example, and then X pace for the next 5, and just kind of breaking it up into segments can be helpful mentally, so you're not just like, oh my god, I have 20 kilometers left of this run. Something else that happened on my run, which I can't remember if I documented, but I got attacked by a bird, and that sounds like a little crazy, but it did happen. I was just running by this tree, and all of a sudden I just heard a bird's like caw, I guess. And I looked behind me kind of, and I saw this shadow, and then all of a sudden I just felt claws on my head, and it was the bird. It was like attacking my head, and it kept like squawking at me, and then it kind of flew away for a second, and then it came back and attacked my head again. I wasn't injured or anything. It was just more like startling. I wasn't expecting that. But it's so interesting because my grandma actually is one of the people that inspired me to start running, and she's been running for years, and she got attacked by a bird one time, and I remember her telling me, so I texted her and I was like, oh my god, it runs in the family, like you're not the only one. So anyways, that was kind of interesting. That happened around like maybe 13 kilometers, I want to say. So like halfway through the run I was like, oh my god, of course this would happen. But that kept things entertaining. I will say also, documenting the run, for anyone that's watching this that finds themselves getting bored, documenting the run keeps me entertained, because I'm like, oh, it's another kilometer went by, I gotta pull out my phone kind of thing, which I know is distracting probably to some people, but to me it kept me entertained. So for fueling, you guys saw I made oats for breakfast, and I also had oats the night before, so I definitely had a decent amount of carbs in me, but I also did take 2 gels on my run. Looking back, I probably should have taken another one towards the end, but I was just like in the zone and I really just wanted to finish. So I only took 2 gels. Like I said, when I got home, I drank a Gatorade, and then I made a smoothie, so I did replenish. But if I had to go back, I probably would have taken another gel around the 20K mark, because I think I took one at 9K, 8 or 9K, I took one at 15, and then I should have taken one at 20. But it is what it is. You live and you learn. I did survive, so there's that. But it's like, okay, do you want to just survive, or do you want to actually optimize your performance? So I definitely did feel pretty tired towards the end of the run, and I think that's partially just because the route that I was on, that I chose for myself, full responsibility there, does kind of run up a hill towards the end. So the last, I want to say from kilometer 20 to 24, no, 20 to 23 was pretty much uphill. It's not like a crazy hill, but it is like a gradual incline. So I was just exerting more energy there and tried to keep my pace consistent. So that was a little challenging, not to mention I was also pretty much out of my electrolytes at that point in time. So I didn't have a lot of water with me, and it was like 30 degrees Celsius or like 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was very hot, I was sweaty, I was thirsty, and I was like, just get me home at this point. But to recap, I'm really happy with my performance. I think that it's helpful to have run longer than a half marathon now, just because going into my next half, I'm just gonna feel that much more confident that I can, you know, spend that much time on my feet. The last half marathon that I did was the longest that I'd ever ran. I'd never ran 21 kilometers before, so I didn't really know. I was new territory, whereas now I'm going into my second half, having already ran a half marathon and already running 24K, and then next weekend I have a 22K, so another half marathon essentially. So I'll have a lot of mileage under my belt, which just builds confidence. That's not to say you have to do that if you are training for a half marathon. I know most people that are training for their first one wouldn't run over half marathon distance, but that's just how my plan built it for me, because I've been running for a decent amount of time now, and my prep was like 20 weeks long, so it had me kind of really building up, and then I'll taper in the next couple weeks. So anyways, today we are back to regular scheduled programming. I had a full body workout, which you guys would have seen. Went really well. My quads are definitely sore from those squats, but they felt really good. And the rest of the day today is just editing and content stuff and eating a lot of food, refueling. So I'm gonna have some chicken for lunch. I had breakfast today, was just a bagel with cottage cheese and avocado. I had a smoothie. I'm gonna have hot dogs for dinner, or chicken sausages on the barbecue, and all that jazz. So I think that's gonna conclude the video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my longest run ever, how I prepped for it, getting a little recap, and also seeing my workout from today. So if this video was helpful or you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you are not already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.
You give me ice and fire.